was just checking if you are streaming because at the same time I'm streaming on YouTube. Then Twitch, TikTok, no TikTok, no, Kick. So I'm just checking. Are we streaming now? It doesn't appear so. Weird. But we should be streaming on Kick, I think. Let me see. Yeah, we are streaming on Kick. Perfect. And also on X. That's great. I still have a bit of hopes, honestly, for a Bloodborne type of announcement. For sure, they're gonna show us a bit of Death Stranding 2, for sure. So let's jump into it. Let me also open the chat here on X. On my phone. Yeah. I have to decrease a bit of, since I'm on a laptop, sadly I have to decrease the quality. So I'm hyped for a bit more insights on Death Stranding 2. I'm honestly looking for this. I think we are gonna see a bit of The Witcher. We are gonna not really. I don't think they're gonna showcase us some new exclusives. Possibly, I think more some PC porting. L, why? I from India. PSP2. That would be cool. But at the same time, there are too many handled. People are not gonna buy a new handled. I think there is not much need for a PSP. I think at the moment. Consider, guys, that it's getting too hard for them to create new exclusives, since they were too focused on the DAI agenda. People build up a pattern recognition, and they smell when something is off on a new project. So it's too risky for them. They will for sure do some remastered or a porting. But even so, like, what would be the need of playing, for example, Spider-Man on a PSP? Doesn't make much sense. The PSP was great because there were some good games that were kind of exclusive for the portable version. I remember I enjoyed a lot the Dragon Ball game, Budokai Tenkaichi. No, it was just Budokai, I think. Dragon Ball Budokai for PSP. Let's see. What comes after dreaming? No, sorry, with the Japanese accent. What does come after dreaming? Is it just a dream? Or it's a promise? L? Why L? What game? No. This game was announced a long time ago. So, wait. I just noticed that I have to decrease a bit here my... Okay. Why it's lagging? It's lagging too much. 48p. I don't know. (2026). No gameplay whatsoever. Just another cinematic. Pragmata, yeah. Okay, finally we have a kind of announced date. L. For imagine we are gonna see some... What the fuck? That's trending. My L. It seems good actually. It seems from the creator of Killer is Dead, Lollipop Chainsaw. Don't remember exactly the name. Possibly. I'm not really a fan of this particle system. VFX. Why big L? I don't... I'm not really the target audience for this, but at the same time I think it's looking good. Yeah, I was right. Suda 51. Yeah. It might seem crazy, but I studied at university in Italy called Vigamus, which is a academy in gaming, game development, and he had some lectures on my class, game design class. He was in Japan, of course, so it was like from Skype, but it was very interesting. Are they having some problems into the stream? Because it seems like it's lagging. Sakuko. Silent Hill? F in the chat. Come on, what's with this? What if I change stream? What if I change stream? Because I don't know, it seems like it's lagging a lot. For sure it's not my internet. Maybe here is better. It seems so. So it's anime Silent Hill. Weibo Silent Hill. Am I in? I'm in the Spanish. I'm in the Spanish chat. I'm in the Spanish stream. No. Lower the price. Why it's 80? Pre-order today. F. F in the chat. Around 60 century. Not alto il gameplay. L game. I suppose. L in the chat. Side scroller Elder Ring anime. People are people are trolling for sure. Like this game looks good. Not an L. I don't know why what are they expecting. So yeah, it's true that so far the stream the PlayStation stream has become a bit mid. I would say. The Romeo is dead. Is actually a dead man. Seems good. I like Suda 51 art style. It's very unique. It's always a unique type of experience. Out of pocket, I would say every time. Bloodstained. Scarlet Engagement. L dialogue. They could have been done better. Could have been done better. And there is which type of game? Digimon. Hmm. Let's see. It's a persona type of Digimon. I used to play a lot with Digimon. I had still have a lot of cards of Digimon. What's up? What's up of this very stupid kind of dialogue? Anyway, if this bad guy does this thing, it will be the end for us. So Digimon are now in the real world. Okay. It seems good. It seems good. Alright. October. So far, most interesting project. What do you say? What do you say, Shot? Tell me. What do you say? Creative Studio 3. Let's go. Yeah, it feels like Persona in the digital world, Digimon world. L Tactics. That comment is wild. Why L Tactics? This a game that for sure will like use all the performance capabilities, all the what am I saying? All the power of PS5 Pro for sure, with the enhanced version. Let's see. So far, no work stuff so far. No one with colored hair so far. Let's hope. Massive L. Bloodborne. Everyone is looking for Bloodborne. We are not chat. We are not gonna see Bloodborne ever again for sure. Another Bloodborne. The only thing that comes close to Bloodborne 2 is Das Blood. I don't remember the exact name. That new From Software game exclusive for Nintendo Switch 2. That's the closest thing that we can get us for Bloodborne. If you're actually, I might be wrong. The we might get Bloodborne, but I think they're gonna do it for PlayStation 6. into 2027 for sure. Okay. The chat is not gonna appreciate this for sure. Let's see the chat. Totally agree. Islam Junior. What the fuck is wrong with this? Trump game. L. Jack and Dexter. That may be interesting for the passionate of people passionate about the Ninja Gaiden saga to collect. This is an indie game, very interesting on Steam. I was looking to buy it. It's about just climbing the mountain. And it has a very it has a very interesting inventory system. If I'm not, what's the point if you already have this on the PlayStation Plus? Ah, okay. Okay, nice. That's actually cool. That's actually cool to play all games, but you can play it online. That's insane. That's actually good. It's a win. Yeah, it's a W. It's a win. That's cool. Fight stick. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go. This is interesting. Listening. It feels weird though that there is no Kojima behind this. This is a must buy, guys. Probably most the only remastered remake that I'm looking forward this year. That's so funny when the game doesn't not take seriously this much seriously, and it gets a bit silly. I was saying playing Metal Gear with this level of graphics, it's insane, so massive. Actually, I'm so hyped for this. I recently bought the trilogy for PS5. It's so weird that they jump from Metal Gear to this samurai game like with no break in the between. I thought they were talking about the same game. I was like, what the fuck? Interesting. 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 I will look forward to this. I enjoyed Neo. I think it was more difficult than Dark Souls 3 at some point, in some points, because it's not fair. I don't know if I cannot explain it right, but Neo had some moments where the game really didn't make you have some break. There was no pace, no difference of like paces. The game stayed difficult all the time, while on Dark Souls you had some parkour moments. In Neo you had like fight continuously, so it was a if it was a more difficult experience than Dark Souls, I would say. You have to be more patient with Neo. LVR. Why LVR? Thief VR. Ooh. Ooh. That's actually insane. Thief in the big 2025. This game looks way too orange. A multiplayer story with the sassy woman narrator. Ah, pink hair. Who calls himself Monster Man on a multiplayer game? Um, it seems AI generated. It's incredible here that the fish look at better than her. Hell game. What game? Yeah, not this one, but the previous. For free? It seems they got inspired by. Is it Sea of Thieves but for Sony? The style at some point reminded me of Arcane, the Netflix series about League of Legends. What was that? It was a bit confusing. Is it a single player game? Can you co-op? It's a Expedition 33 type of game. That's interesting. People will complain about the art style for sure. I honestly like it. Seems good. Okay. Is it from Sandfall Interactive? Sea of Remnants. Nice. Journey was amazing. I used to play it on the phone, on the tablet. Amazing game. It's a cornerstone. It's a without this game, I think we would not have seen a lot of indie games without Journey. Journey is like the Dark Souls of indie games, to quote IGN. It's maybe the most influential indie games, one of the most influential indie games. Visuals good. I was gonna say okay, but they're actually good. Gameplay wise, you haven't seen much. Just some navigation on the desert. I'm actually I was looking for like a sort of open beta for this to get in. I noticed they weren't doing some like demo or test. We just have to. Actually, wow, it's available on PS. Okay, I might try this game on the. Since I have the premium subscription. The premium. Actually, I recommend you guys the premium subscription because it allows you to play a lot of indie games, and some of them you can also play online with your friend. This old game that made the history of gaming, like Twisted Metal, the old GTA, I think, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, and this is a good thing. All the Lego games also you could play with your friend, co-op or online. So if you are very fan of retro game, you can I definitely suggest you to get the subscription. Amazon. The new 007 game. Let's see if they're cooking. That's actually impressed. I'm actually impressed that Bond is not black or a woman in this climate. But there's still the sassy black woman who probably is gonna scold you all the time. She's gonna be more intelligent than Bond. Uh, the game looks good so far. I'm not complaining. If I'm not wrong, they're the same creator of Hitman Saga. So it's basically gonna be like Hitman, but with a bit more action, a bit more fast-paced. It doesn't look much British. Doesn't sound that much. It's looking for some head. Seems okay. It doesn't really look like a James Bond in my head. If I have to imagine a James Bond, even as young guy, I don't know. Double Ustadu means that he had the license to kill, but he is already killing people. It is Ghost of Wokeness. The actress and the voice actress is an activist. Not really hyped for this game, since the game devs hate you. You've seen a lot of statement which is the voice actor like, and some devs were openly mocking gamers. What was this? Really? That's all? That's all? Do you think guys are hyped just about this teaser? Let me read the chat. No. No chat available. This looks interesting, except for her. If you didn't put her, like, I would have said, okay, I'm gonna buy it. The trailer, yeah. Most annoying character so far. At least on the series. Star-Lord is cool as fuck in this game. Yeah, the problem about this game is that it's not really realistic when you make Star-Lord fighting against Ghost Rider or Doctor Doom. Like, you make Black Widow fighting against Doctor Doom. Not a chance. Yeah, women characters in this game look amazing, so it's definitely not woke. Whoa. Wow. I mean, I think Miss Marvel doesn't really fit in this context. It's a good roster overall to announce. It's coming to PC, so I'm definitely gonna buy. Pause. Devlog. Okay. I want to read the comments, damn it. PlayStation. He's honest with this. So Miss Marvel, I guess, Doctor Doom. What's her chances? It looks good. The only concern about is Miss Marvel, as I said, because she feels like off in this roster. I mean, yeah, of course, it's the same thing as when you play Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and you have low-level characters like in the roster fighting against Majin Buu, for example. Well, it looks like they really cared about Marvel. the identity of the characters and they added their own style. That's cool. That's on that's hard to fuck this. The Iron Man style, it's I think it's cool. Miss Marvel is basically the same. Spider-Man also looks sick. Doctor Doom is always Doctor Doom. I mean, you cannot really change. He's like he's always a artifact kind of character from the day it was conceived. He has a very iconic style that it doesn't change. Doesn't need to be changed. Well, every fighter game developer said this in the announcement. The system adapts with the way you play. Like, what's new here? It looks fun. It is basically a Street Fighter with Marvel characters. Nothing new, but the gameplay dynamics seems interesting. At least. Uh, so let's wrap this up. I think the state of play was mid. Not some exceptional announcements. The 007, the 007 James Bond game looks interesting. Not that much to be like, wow, I'm gonna buy day one. I'm excited for Neo 3 and the remake remastered of Metal Gear Solid 3. So it's over. It's over. EU. No type of announcement. Really? No announcement of Death Stranding. Nothing. It's over. I want to see what Asmongold thinks of. Let's see. Let's hear Asmongold opinions.
For me at least, right? I mean, I don't know what everybody else liked. I mean, I think if you're a fighting games fan, that Marvel game looked kind of cool. But otherwise, I mean, I'm just not really seeing anything like super crazy there, right? I mean, I being an asshole? Like maybe I am, but like the Final Fantasy Tactics, yeah, I think Final Fantasy Tactics is cool. But I mean, I don't know. Like it's decent. Astrobot 2, yeah. I mean, let me see. I'll read a few comments. Yeah, you're gonna try out the demo? Maybe I will, right? I mean, yeah, I think so. And just can't please anyone. Well, I mean, I think that like okay, so maybe you know what? This is the truth. There was a lot of people talking and like hyping this up. And you're right that kind of I went into this with like an A expectation. And like I went into it with expectations, and because of that, not meeting.
In my case, I went here without expectation, to be sure. That's why it was not that much sad when it ended. But at the same time, PlayStation play of state of play, it's an important. It's supposed to replace the E3, so there was nothing of important as announcement. They should have showcased a bit of Death Stranding,
I mean, to me,
so
right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe what did you
a bit
guys
more
think?
of Neo 3.
Which one did you guys
It was a
like
bit of
more
a
besides
L
Neo?
showcase in
All
my
right,
opinion.
let's go through some of these. So the ending. Okay, yeah, there you go. And Pragmata, yeah, I think this is probably the most interesting game so far. Like, I thought it was kind of cool. This was just like, I thought it was okay, right? It's like one of those like experimental type games. Like, the problem that I have with a game like this is that if you just look at the gameplay, it just looks like super messy and like really hard to like actually decipher what's actually happening and going on.
Yeah, it also be like
Like
this.
that's
Always been
something
like
that's a
this with
problem for a
Suda
lot of
51.
games nowadays is that they just get so messy with like effects and colors and spells and shit. Yeah, this way too dank. That's the point. Yeah, but I don't like the point, right? That's like saying, well, that's the point of like a music rhythm game is to have music rhythm in it. Well, like okay, well then that rules me out as somebody who's excited about it, right? I mean, like I'm giving my opinion of the game. Like obviously, like this isn't like really a lot of this isn't really objective. It's just my opinion. This also Silent Hill looked okay, but there was nothing really about this that looked like super great. It just looked all right. And yeah, no Bloodborne 2, bad year for gaming. I don't know. I think there's been a lot of good games that have come out, and like this game here, like this looked pretty cool. Like I mean, it just looks like
I don't
also
know. It
with
looks like
Castlevania games, and this is kind of an issue that I've had with some of them,
there is
is
already
that
too
whenever I
many
see a game,
Castlevania
it's because
games.
it's like a very like the space of these games has been so exploited
Groomer game.
that very rarely do any of these games actually try
Groomer
to
game.
innovate in the genre, and they just
That's
end up
insane.
basically
Groomer
doing the
game.
same thing again, which is like that's fine. Like it's the same as I've said about Elden Ring. Like if you just remake Elden Ring every year, I would play it every year, right? I don't ever
That's
care.
true.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Metroidvania games are lame. Yeah, I mean, I like them. I enjoy them because I played Castlevania and Metroid back in the day, right? And so it's something that's cool. But at the same time, like, I don't think this is really like I mean that Mandragora game that came out like on PC a while ago, in terms of like style and design, like really appeals to me a lot more than this game, for example. And I didn't even play that. Then you go to the Digimon game. Like this one to me, just like kind of. I mean, it seemed okay, right? I mean,
This game
like I
seemed
don't
like
even know what the
Persona.
gameplay this is. It seems like it's
If
kind of
Persona and Digimon had a kid, something like this. It feels like it is,
like
at least on the aesthetic. Persona.
Bloodstained is made by Iragashi, same guy that made Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Well, and that's the thing, right? And like the Ninja Gaiden team for that game is made by the Blasphemous team. So like I don't even think that their games are going to be bad. Like I'm not trying to say they're going to be bad. What I'm saying is that like I don't think that they necessarily appeal to me as like a gamer, right? And like there's just and also there's so many of these games, it's hard for me to keep up with all of them. Now, the Final Fantasy Tactics, I never played this game. When it came out, I never played it. So I have
Me
no
neither.
opinion on it, but I heard it was really good. I've only heard good things about this game.
That's true. That's true. They always spotlight games with a unique art style and a unique gameplay. There is a total audience for golfing games. I think it's huge. It's a huge niche. There is always an audience for golf. That otherwise they would not make it. Every year there is a golf game. Yeah, basic take. Karen game? Ah no, Karen. But this is an indie game. It's not a DI slop, this game. That's how I'll take. It is an experimental indie game which is it had a great success. I heard it's an interesting concept. Yeah, the gameplay looks really good, but it's not an L if you consider that you're gonna play with other people all games. It's not that much of an L. Yeah, the Pragmata and Neo. These are really to buy. Neo 3 and Pragmata. Yeah. No, no, Neo 3 looks like it came out 5 years ago. It looks dated, but the gameplay is still fire. They push all the budget on gameplay and music. It is an amazing game, but just the problem is that the art style looks dated. But again, I think you forget about this when you play the game because it's intense. It is an issue, yeah. It's not something that it's not gonna make you buy the game. This game is gonna fail for sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you want to go as a developer for the masterpiece, you have to count graphics. Not all, of course, not all the masterpieces have a realistic graphics, but at least they have be curated in every detail, and people gamers are gonna, of course, gonna feel. They're gonna notice when graphics are truly pushed to the limit of the artistic vision. For example, like in the case of Neo, it doesn't look like they really worked on the graphic. They just like made a new sequel with probably some same assets. This happened also on Dark Souls and Elden Ring a bit. In the Ring had a big improvement, but I would say not so much. But at the same time, since the gameplay is so good, you don't really notice. You don't really care that much. But again, if you want to, as a game developer, to go for the masterpiece, you have to do, like for example, Expedition 33, where each layer of development, gameplay, uh, gameplay diversity, graphics is on top, is unmatched, kinda. So that's why graphics are important, because they make they make your game feel like it's a masterpiece, and it makes your game stand out. It doesn't know about Johnny. No, no, he's right, but this game is the wrong example. Like he's right about this type of games, but Journey is different. It's a different example for this. For sure. But I don't think Asmongold does count as an incel. He has very balanced opinions. He does balanced takes. You never go for extremism, while the so-called incels go for statements like women are bad, women should not play games, something like this. He never goes for these takes, so it doesn't really count. Yeah, it was a massive bait. What's wrong? What happened? Yeah.
but I can understand like as a player, like a player's perspective is going to be different than mine, and you know, it's more important than mine too. Keep that in mind. So like I'm not trying to say it's the, you know, like they should listen to me, but like that's just the way that I feel about it. So yeah, but you're asking me my opinion. That's what I think, and yeah, it's that simple. Tekken's the same way. Yeah, I haven't really looked into or played a lot of Tekken either, so like I can't really have an opinion on that too much. So multiverses wasn't really your thing. No, I never played multiverses. It just didn't really seem exciting to me or interesting. So yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to look at these other games. Like I think this game is probably the one that I didn't know anything about. And like, cause that Pragmatic game got announced like kind of a while ago, and so I think the pirate game looks pretty good. The pirate game, maybe. Yeah, oof, non-fighter games. I mean, I don't know, but State of Play felt uninspired. Yeah, it felt like the majority of it was just like games that we already knew about, or like I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but like I think it was like a 4 out of 10. That's actually like that. I mean, like my honest opinion, 4 out of 10. That's it. That's how I feel. Yeah, so let's see here. I'll look at a few more of these. Maybe your tastes on games other than Souls-like aren't as mainstream. The State of Play had a variety of games, many popular with younger console players and older millennials. Well, okay, so like we don't really know how popular these games are though, right? Because like with a lot of these that like and so I'll listen to what you're saying and it's fine. Um pull him up? No, I mean he's just saying that like, you know, like I like one style of game and that's not it. That's no reason not to ban him. Like that's not
I agree with this guy.
no, but like hold him
It was
up.
fucking
Like
us.
I just like whenever
Let's be
games like
honest,
this
be
come
that
out,
best. Yeah.
you have a better frame of reference of like how popular they are or how successful they are, and you can have that through Steam charts, and you can see how popular these games actually are. And what I've noticed is that these experimental games, they just don't really deliver. They don't really sell. Like I don't know. I mean, like people say they're popular, but I feel like it's like it's another idea of like a mythical audience, where it's like, yeah, this is like a really popular style. Okay, well, like where are the people that are playing it? Where are they? And so Steam doesn't lie. Yeah, when I see the numbers tell a very different story. Schedule 1 was an experimental game. Yes, but it was a very simple game.
Play as limits.
Simple game loop, and it was a video game. And like that's why I think again, like going back to like what I was saying before about Astrobot, I think one of the big reasons why Astrobot was so successful is that I mean, yes, it was a great game and everything. Like, and that's not even
That's
one of
true.
the main reasons, but like one thing that I really liked about Astrobot, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not, but like I really liked Astrobot because it felt like an actual video game. And there's a lot of these new age video games that feel like they're trying to trend on the side of becoming a movie or becoming art or becoming media instead of just simply a game. Like maybe that's is that weird, right? Like as I see this constantly.
Okay, guys, I gotta wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you have a nice evening. And as always, stay peace.